to close out the show, Jackson, you know, we on a tight schedule, man. Alabama versus University of Louisiana Monroe. We're hosting this team. Jackson, what's the kickoff time and everything set up for this weekend, brother?
It's 4:45 p.m. Central Time on SEC Network, 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time on SEC Network for those in the Eastern Time Standard.
We're favored by 37.5.
As well as we should be. Can we pull up the Coach? You got the screen of Alabama, Louisiana Monroe. Can we go ahead and pull that up?
I got you, brother. I was trying to get a good angle of it. Here we go. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. That wasn't it. There we go. There it is now.
Hold on, Jackson. I'm going to create another one while we're here. All right, go ahead, man.
Oh, man. So it's been a minute. So it's going to be the 5th time we've played Louisiana Monroe throughout the series history. I know like people only talk about the 07 game, but
they only talk about the 07.
It's like, come on, you know, there's 2015 and there's 2022.
No one cares because we won, Jackson. It's only the upset.
Like, revenge games got to count for something. It's like, good grief. You think they'd count that? I mean,
well, we don't want another 07. That's all I'm going to say.
We're not going to.
Hey, listen. Let's talk about that. I want to pose the question to the chat since everybody's over emotional right now. Anyways, what happens to your fandom if Alabama loses the Louisiana Monroe this weekend? They're coming in undefeated. We're coming in with the loss. AP poll did it update today? I know we're not still at number 8 after that loss, but isn't it supposed? Well, it's Labor Day weekend, so they're probably off today, just like everybody else.
The AP, I think, is going to come out tomorrow on Tuesday. With every subsequent week, it's Sunday.
Yeah,
like at noon or whatever, or 1 o'clock, whatever time it is. But because of the Labor Day week, and we have a game tonight against UNC TCU, that's why you have it waiting till Tuesday. Because we're going to
Virginia Tech and South Carolina tonight, also, right?
The South Carolina won yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Okay. What's today?
Ladies and gentlemen, for those watching the Alabama Louisiana Monroe preview prediction video right here on Alabama The Voice of College Football, wondering why the ranking is not exactly accurate. Well, it's because it's filmed on Monday, September 1st, 2025 at 6:53 p.m. Central Time, 7:53 p.m. Eastern Time. Back to your regular scheduled programming right after this ad.
That boy setting that clip up. I like what you're doing, bro. I like where your head is, man. Y'all better give it up for my boy. He learning. He learning. Hey, Jeff, you better tighten up, boy. That boy Jackson, don't worry, man. I like that. I like that. That boy been watching. Anyways, y'all, let's get to the conversation.
We break the fourth wall here on Alabama The Voice of College Football.
Let's break it down, man. We got the over/under set at 50.5.
96.3% chance to win according to FBI.
Yes, sir. And you got to think, man, this is one of those things where a lot of people won't give this team credit for coming in and handling business in a game like this. I think if you see our team come in and handle business, there's something to be hopeful about. You can't say much about it. You can't celebrate it, but you could be hopeful that, okay, something is clicked and we're trying to see where these guys will push themselves regardless of who the opponent is. And that's what Alabama, everybody that talks about the saving error, I think that's one thing that we need to reestablish. It's not about playing Bama football, but it's about playing, your brand of football no matter who you're playing. It shouldn't drop. It shouldn't raise because of who is on the schedule of that logo across the field. So this will be a weekend to prove that. And to me, honestly, with the over and under being 50.5, if Alabama isn't in the game where, this is, and I don't care about the score, the overall score. If you got 12 possessions, we need points on 9 of those. We talked about this going into the Florida State game, how important it was to get points off of these possessions. Defense did a good job getting us extra possessions in the first half. You only had 7 points, right, to come out of however many 6 or 7 possessions in the first half. You can't have that in a game like this. If we see that from the offense, something has to change. We have to get risky somewhere. You're at home. You got all these different things going for you. You're the better, most talented team. You're the more talented team. I think we cover this spread. Alabama to win big this weekend and get back on track mentally. from an outside standpoint. What's your thoughts here on this game this weekend, fellas?
I want to see way better effort from the entire team. The defense, the offense, and I don't think the final score matters. I don't care, if it's 60-0. I don't care if it's 45-7 or even 35-14. I just want to see a better game from Alabama. We need to win. We cannot lose, and it does not need to be a competitive game. But we just need to play hard and play a lot better than we did last week. In this opponent, it should give us a great opportunity for that. This is not typically a position we've been in where a game like this is a get-right game. This is just we don't even look at these type of games. Usually just roll over these type of games. But when you start out with a bad loss like we did and like other teams who have bad losses early on, this is a get-right game. This is a game to say, hey, that was bad, flush it out. Now with a 12-team playoff, the season's not over. We still have everything left to play for. It's not all, sky's falling. DeBoer, he's not going to get fired. None of that's even on the table. So it's like just this game, just go out there and give an A+ effort. Like even if we don't play that well, just an A+ effort and to just show improvement. And I just think that that's the most important thing is effort. Because even if you're not like a top 10 team, if Alabama's not a top 10 team this year and we do go like 7-5, 8-4 by the end of the year, that would suck. But it's like if you get better effort and you can at least showcase some improvement and get people saying, hey, that this was a good bounce back performance for Alabama against a bad team, but a good bounce back performance, at least you can get some of just the absolute, turmoil and chaos and destruction that the Alabama fan base is making this team out to be right now. That will subside. That will go down. And you'll start to see some, at least somewhat positive momentum for Alabama moving into the Wisconsin game in week 3. That's what we need to see from this game. We need to see the fan base when this game is over, that it's not, they're not at the point, of no return. Like this is not at the brink anymore. Like, hey, DeBoer, we'll give him a shot, because right now everybody's overreacting. Everybody's losing their minds. This game just needs to be a very solid performance from Alabama. They need to take care of business, have fun. Don't play tight. Just play loose, play free, have a great game, and get the dub and get Alabama fans calming down.
And one good way to really calm down the fans is 3 words: run the ball. Because we didn't do enough of that on Saturday against Florida State. 87 yards against Florida State. And as I've stated throughout this show, this time, last year, off-season, preseason, when we had 125 rushing yards or more, we won ball games. When we had less than 125 rushing yards, we were 1-4 in those games. And if we're not handed the ball off to Richard Young, Daniel Hill, Dre Washington, then it's going to be an ugly game if we don't hand the ball off enough.
And Ty Simpson needs to, take his opportunities as well. I mean, a lot of people pointed out that he had some opportunities to run for some yards, and he decided to, pass the ball. A lot of times he was, underthrowing on those passes. That's been actually most people's criticism.
That 4th down play.
Yes, that particular play. He had the first down if he had ran for it.
Guessed himself.
I'm gonna say like this: a lot of people want to point to that play, but there were multiple times in the game. His 3 sacks came after 3.7 seconds, 3.8 seconds of protection. He never got flushed off the snap. He never got flushed out the pocket off the snap. He ran into a sack one time. Protection broke down after holding up for some time. The next 2 times. On 47 dropbacks, he was only pressured 7 times, y'all. So I don't think there's an offensive line pass pro issue. Ty just has to let it go. There's a mental block there with Ty. And I think the don't make mistakes, protect the ball has been beat into his brain, has been pounded to his brain so much to the point where being a natural player and a competitor has kind of evaded him, because this being the leader and being the QB1 for Alabama football is that important to him. He doesn't want the loss to be at his hands. But sometimes you have to gamble. A lot of times your winners are going to gamble and take risky shots. And that's how you start to separate yourself. The more confidence you build in that, you building confidence in your players, your teammates, everybody that's surrounding is supposed to be believing in you. I needed something different from the quarterback. I needed something different from the quarterback at certain points of the game, and Ty Simpson didn't deliver. And everybody got mad at me because I kept talking about this deer in the headlights. Look, if you want to be a true fan and say that's the look you want from your quarterback week in and week out, we're going to be in trouble, because that does something to the other players when they look down the sideline or down the bench and you're over there, you just look lost. Jalen Miro did it to his teammates last year. All that pouting and stuff, and it affected the whole team and their whole morale. Now, look at what Ty Simpson is doing. Get out here and play ball, man. You way more amped up than that energy. I saw let's be honest, even the first pass to Josh Cuevas, that was a touchdown. That was behind Cuevas. He could have ran that one in. Honestly, the handoff was open. You could have gave that off to Richard Young. He gets in there, slight contact. He's breaking that tackle. Had strong runs that whole first drive. So a lot of small things. Just I think it's intentional. Be intentional about the small things. And like you said, against ULM, do not allow this game to get past or out of hand to the point where we're able to even question where the focus of the team is.